evaluate the indefinite integral. So for number 7, we have the integral of x times the sine of x squared dx. So in this particular question, we need to figure out what do you think we can substitute for u so that when we take the derivative of u in the other item that we decide to take the derivative of, that we can substitute back into this. So if you take a look at this, what is the derivative of x squared? Well, the derivative of x squared is 2x. Well, that x could possibly be substituted with this x and that dx. So what we're going to do is let u equal x squared. So in step number 1, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to let u equal x squared. Okay, now let's take the derivative of both sides. So the derivative of the left side is du, and the derivative of the right side is 2x dx. So if you take a look here, we have x and then we have dx, which is right here. So we want to divide both sides by 2. So if we divide both sides by 2, then we end up getting the following. 1/2 du, which is equal to x dx. Okay, so now let's go ahead and then rewrite the original question. So we have the integral of x times the sine of x squared dx. Okay, so what do we know? We know that we can substitute this x squared with u. So we have the sine of u. And then what are we going to multiply it by? Well, what does x times dx equal here? Well, it equals 1/2 du. So this is times 1/2 du. So now we're going to factor out the constant, which is 1/2. So we have 1/2 times the integral of the sine u du. Okay, and now we got to remember, what is the antiderivative of the sine of u? Well, the antiderivative of that is negative cosine u. Okay, let me rewrite that again. So we have 1/2 times negative cosine u, and then that's plus c. Okay, now we can factor out the negative and pull that in the front, and then what do we substitute for u? Well, we know that u is equal to x squared, so now we can complete this question. So we have negative 1/2 times the cosine of x squared plus c, and therefore there is our result.